Remember those 50s hat-sporting fathers who stayed married, supported
These men, they're doing impossible things.
their families, and repressed women? Well, they're headed to extinction.
I think it's revenge against God for the crime of being.
What do you mean, do? What do you mean, use? What do you mean, believe?
Twitter's a rat hole. Rat. Sorry. They've got another thing coming.
We'll see who cancels who.
It's not okay. It's necessary. Men.
I told myself I would never talk about politics on this channel, but this isn't about politics. This was never about politics.
If the college wants to re-educate me, they're more than welcome to try.
So, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. The B apparently stands for burnt. Jordan Burnt Peterson. Jordan Burnt Peterson? Why would he do that? So, if you're unfamiliar, Jordan Peterson is your toxic ex-boyfriend's favourite person. If you've ever dabbled in anything remotely political or philosophical on this platform known as YouTube, you've probably gotten a compilation video recommended to you of this man taking down a triggered feminist with a scolding comeback. That kind of content is a product of its time. You can tell that this man's best years are behind him. He peaked in the 2017 era of internet politics. 2017? In internet terms, is like looking back at the Bronze Age. Why was everyone so obsessed with this man in 2017? And what causes, such a descent into madness? Retracing the steps of Jordan's legacy and having to remind myself of the existence of this kind of content, it's like an archaeologist searching through the old, dusty, historical documents. Or, reading the hieroglyphics of ancient YouTube history on the cave walls.
Which it doesn't.
Let me just get this straight. You're saying that we should organise our societies along the lines of the lobsters?
I'm saying that it's inevitable.
No, I don't want to talk about that. Kathy, you tried. You tried. I'm not here to unpack a 6-year-old interview or unpack this man's politics or his history. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you're already aware of Jordan Peterson's existence. And if you're not aware, then, okay. Jordan Peterson is a conservative thinker, a professor, an author, a professional meme, a podcaster. He's even a licensed psychologist. Well, not for long, because he's about to lose his license, but we'll get into that a bit later.
So you want to take my license? How about no?
He originally became popular through his opposition to certain Canadian human rights laws regarding gender expression and pronouns, likening being forced to call someone by their proper pronouns to
postmodern neo-Marxism.
It's just the same pronoun rage that we've seen in recent years.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
Even though I'm making this video, I'm not a massive political thinker. I'm not going to debate you, bro. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm just a comedian. I make videos on the carpool karaoke and the Mattel movies. Come on, man. If you want a deep political analysis of Jordan Peterson to sink your teeth into, plenty of experts have done that, and they've succeeded. Jordan has very real ideas. Ideas that some people used to claim were dangerous to the left. But at this point, postmodern neo-Marxism is just a meme. And after 6 or 7 years, we all know this man's political leanings. So I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is the modern day Jordan Peterson, the unhinged maniac who has slowly come to fruition. The already successful man with his crazy suits and high blood pressure. God, Jordan, that tie is a bit tight. God, he's red in the face. Jesus Christ, he looks like he's getting choked. This man went from self-help psychologist, occasionally mentioning trans people, to a Batman villain.
Hormonal treatment, sterilization, subjugation to a lifetime of expensive medical complication. How delightfully profitable is that? And misery.
Jordan Peterson has always been meme-worthy. He's got a funny voice. He cries a lot, like a lot. He cries like a lot.
It's so strange, because wherever I go, it's like I have friends there, because I walk down the street and people wave at me and, you know, they call out my name and, well, that's my life. I have far more than I could ever imagine. I didn't think it was possible.
In certain circles, this man has always been, you know, the butt of a joke. But now it just feels so real and so extreme. They had a multiple camera setup of this man shouting at the camera,
We'll see who cancels who.
We'll see who cancels who.
The man used to talk about cleaning your room and sorting yourself out. And going back to politics, even the other right-wing grifters are starting to think, Jordan, what the hell are you doing? What are you tweeting at? Why are you doing this?
Absolutely everything you do, CNN, is pathetic virtue signaling. Thank God your days are numbered.
The man has had a downfall. I want to figure out how and why. Let's discuss. And when I say that, I mean me and my friend Herbie, by the way. You can't discuss with us. You watch us discuss. So Herbie.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the video. I feel like if we had actual microphones, this would be like the Ultracrumb podcast. This is the unofficial Ultracrumb podcast episode 1.
That's right.
So we did a video on Jordan Peterson, a sketch. We did an Ultracrumb sketch on Ultracrumb.
It's really funny as well.
The Ultracrumb channel.
What was this sketch? I don't remember what it was.
We were on a... You don't remember?
No. I have no idea what it was.
We were doing a Zoom interview with Jordan Peterson.
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? That was really funny. Yeah, that was good. Dr. Peterson, I think you're having some connection issues.
I think you're going to have to turn your camera on.
Hang on. Wait. Ah, there.
Okay, it's nice to talk with you today. How are you?
Not too bad.
So, you also did a video on Jordan Peterson.
Oh, I did, yes. That's good, yes.
So, you did a video on Jordan Peterson, talking about his book.
Talk to us, book. Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life is a book that sets out to guide the scummy lowlifes of society today so that they can find
Close
meaning
reading
in
of
it.
20th century history indicates, as nothing else can,
You done?
the horrors that accompany
Okay,
loss
as I
of
was...
faith in the idea.
I think this is the thing about Jordan Peterson. He'll have like very simple self-help stuff. Like,
If you see a cat on the road, drop the cat.
He just dresses it in a way with such formality and a weird... he's a weird Canadian man, and he's old, and people think that's wisdom. And he presents normal stuff in a way that people think is profound and interesting.
you know, that book that he did though,
Yeah.
it did launch his career in a way, but he also got very popular for talking about trans, like, there was basically like stuff about trans and pronouns.
Why can you not just respect your students, just use the gender-neutral pronouns? How do you respond to that?
Well, first of all, I'd have to be convinced that doing so would do more good than harm, and I don't believe that. To justify my claim, I think that the danger that's intrinsic to the law far outweighs whatever potential benefit it might produce, especially given that there's no hard evidence whatsoever for any benefit. With regards to respect, is that you don't meet people, generally speaking, in a mutual display of respect. You generally meet people in a mutual display of alert neutrality, which is the appropriate way to begin interactions, because respect is something that you learn as consequence of reciprocal interaction.
So when we did our past videos on Jordan Peterson,
Yes.
the Ultracrumb sketch,
Right.
and your video,
Right.
there's always comments of people saying, you shouldn't laugh at a man because he's crying.
Right.
He's showing emotion. You say men should show more emotion, but you're taking the piss out of a man crying. I don't think we're laughing at him because he's crying. It's like,
I am.
it's because it's the way he's crying, and also it's the fact that he cries at everything. He'll cry because of Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
He'd be great voice acting in the Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
Father!
And that catalyzes the puppet's transformation into a real being. And we start as puppets. And so the trick is to get rid of your goddamn strings. And you remember in Pinocchio, he faces a lot of temptations. One is to be a liar. The other is to be a neurotic victim.
Oh, the whale! Ooh, I'm trapped in the stomach of the whale!
The whale. The Brendan Fraser of the whale.
Do it.
I need to know.
I need to know that I have done one thing right with my life.
So I feel like Jordan's meme-worthiness is actually a bit of his downfall.
Yeah.
Because even if he makes like a good point,
which is rare,
which is very rare, especially at this stage, you just can't help but laugh because he's an internet supervillain.
Yeah.
Like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
You know, he's wearing suits, and also I noticed in a lot of videos the high blood pressure as well. Like his face gets very puffy and red. Maybe he's had work done, but like it looks like he's tired.
I think it's the meat diet.
The meat diet.
The meat diet.
That video of him going, "So Jordan, how's your meat diet?" And he's going, "It's horrible."
Are you still eating your all beef diet?
Unfortunately, yes.
Really, just beef? Not? Can you have like ketchup on it?
Nothing. It isn't something I would lightly recommend. It's a little hard on your social life. It makes traveling quite difficult, and it's dull as hell.
But what has it done for you?
Well, I lost 50 pounds in 7 months. I stopped snoring. I had some autoimmune conditions that seem to have gone away.
So him and his daughter did the all meat diet.
Yeah, she's still on it.
Is she still on it?
I think. No, I don't follow them day to day.
They did a book about the all meat diet. I need to find it because I haven't got it in the notes. So they did a book together on this carnivore diet.
That picture is insane. Insane. It looks like a meme edit. It looks like a...
It does look like... So if you look at the scale of it, I don't know what they were thinking, but Jordan looks like a little wee boy holding his daughter's hand.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Because look at the hands as well.
Yeah.
Because the hands are crossing.
Mummy Michaela.
Mummy. I think especially in recent years, Jordan is just incredibly unhinged. That's the word that I would describe. Just completely unhinged.
It still might be regarded as unacceptable to the woke authoritarian moralists who now insist, for example, that we celebrate Pride Month, not hour or day or week, but month, and who have literally called it Pride Month instead of LGBT plus month.
Let the girl with the biggest win.
Do you remember when this man used to write, self-help books? Also, side note, since I've been editing this video, I'm getting recommended a lot more Jordan Peterson content.
Your fertility window is closing.
The serious face as well. How is this content? Do people watch this?
Before he wasn't hinged, he was like half hinged.
He was half hinged.
And now he's unhinged.
Because I feel like there was something quite innocent when he was a professor talking about the Chaos Dragon and Pinocchio. But now he's tweeting 50 times a day or more.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day...
Some dull office with drop ceilings full of fluorescent lights and a disapproval of the self-righteous tyrants hanging heavily in the air.
He also writes it like poetry. Like it has a, what's it called, a stanza? Like they have different stanzas.
Bringing out your English literature.
I'm bringing out my English literature GCSE. But that's the level of tweet that he does.
You know, he writes out his tweets on paper first. Like he...
Oh yeah,
with a quill.
A quill, yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
With classical music playing.
A lot of his tweets are responding to news about Justin Trudeau.
Meta told him this was going to happen, and then he insinuated his careless, arrogant law. Then it happened, and you pathetic minions moralized in his favor.
And then, of course, he responded with a massive JPEG of a minion.
Why?
Do you think he has a folder in his phone? I think
he has a tweets folder.
He has his favourites. You know, you add a heart and you have favourites on an iPhone. Do you remember this? He tweeted out a water bottle. So he tweeted out a picture of a water bottle.
Yeah.
And he tweeted that out with this.
There are cathedrals everywhere for those with the eyes to see.
Just like, literally, just holding a water bottle, taking a photo of it.
You know, in 2,000 years, they'll look back at this as if it's sacred text.
Oh, yeah. So there's another tweet here. It's in response about a police officer being a bit too political, becoming a menace to free speech.
Time to defund them.
Where does he get these images? Like,
the thing is, he uses this exact image of the Joker. I went for it about 12 times.
Really?
I just watched Joaquin Phoenix in Joker. And he's a very charismatic actor. He's masculine in his features and carved, but he's so graceful. Every single thing he does in the entire movie is a dance. Like, he's conscious of every single movement he makes. Every turn of his head is conscious. It's dance-like, and you can't take your eyes off it.
And you have to think, is this man on a substance? He did have a moment where he was addicted to benzos a little bit. And then he came away from social media for like a year, and he was in hospital. Because I feel like if he was back on a substance, his family would intervene like they did back then. I feel like he has so many people around him, and he has such a history, like there's no way they'd let him carry on if he was this unhinged with a substance. I feel like he's just like this now.
Who can say where the road
I don't think that this man is on substances.
No.
I feel like there is no stronger substance than pronoun rage.
Yeah.
Fucking pronoun.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity!
He hasn't been a practicing psychologist since like 2017.
No, it's just a medal of, like, it's just a way to prove to himself that he's still useful.
Yeah. Because of these unhinged tweets and things like transphobic stuff that he said, just not even on Twitter, just everywhere, he's having his license taken away. His psychologist's license.
An Ontario court says the province's College of Psychologists had the authority to tell Peterson to take social media training or face possible disciplinary action.
So it's actually an indefinite sentence, conditional only on what? On what? On what? My compliance? By what standard? To cap it all off, a social media communication expert. Who the hell is that?
So you want to take my license?
How about no? Is giving we live in a society bottom tags.
Honestly, I don't know what it's giving. It's a new kind of
giving.
giving.
He didn't make that thumbnail.
No.
But also it is the vibe. I feel like recent Jordan Peterson does have a kind of very specific vibe that you can't help but laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you wanted to talk about the opening of this podcast.
Oh,
the classical,
yes.
the classical music.
Get it up now.
China and Taiwan and other areas in Asia.
What? No.
Okay, so
what?
The thing that gets me is doing this face.
Meanwhile, he has interpretive art, like
he
faded across him.
He loves that one image, the Maps of Meaning cover.
So much so that he literally wears it.
I like your suit.
Oh, thank you. Isn't it ridiculous?
Yeah, it's good. You stand out. I like it.
This is giving a young Jordan Peterson this though. That the crochet tie.
You know, I am a student at Toronto University.
Toronto.
I am studying psychology.
A lot of people know at least one thing about Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
And if someone looked him up now and like saw the recent stuff, they're like, what the hell is going? Like even right-wing people are probably thinking, what the hell?
It's like a weird grandpa, isn't he?
It really is a weird grandpa.
But
More of a weird uncle.
No.
I feel like he's a weird uncle, not a weird grandpa. Oh, look at that man. Is that a weird grandpa or a weird uncle?
I'd say weird dad.
Do I think he's a fascist?
No.
No, I don't think that. I think he's just a man.
He's just a man.
He's just Ken.
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
Jordan Peterson, he's got very comfortable.
He's like this. He's like this.
It's like he's settled in, but now he's got to a point where people are going to listen to him whatever he says.
He's got a cult now.
It is an echo chamber because I don't think he's ever had the thought of like, hold on, is what I'm saying like actually true?
Yeah.
Probably not. Like he's never had that thought.
He's got the old man logic, just the stubbornness. Jordan Peterson's stubbornness is given. He's giving Piers Corbyn in the Aldi shop and go.
I'm gonna buy some strawberries, and I'm offering exactly the right amount of money here on the help desk. So you people take that money, £1.90, and I will take my strawberries. I paid by legal tender.
No, don't break it down. Do not break it down.
No, I paid by legal tender, and I am going out with my strawberries.
I feel like those two men is an example of going through like a kind of another adolescence where you go from like political professor whatever to just a grumpy old man.
Yeah,
a grumpy old
stuck
man.
in their ways.
Here's the thing: he'll go on stage and just talk, and he'll fill out like the O2 Arena.
Oh,
it's just him talking.
Yeah, he's literally doing the O2 Arena in November.
Yeah,
just massive.
Should we go?
Should we go?
Just like this.
Should we go? Yeah.
No, but so the thing is, he'll go on stage with a big old chair, and it'll be him and his wife.
One of those old-timey chairs that go all the way up there.
Yeah.
And it'd be like this.
You're pretty damn useless, and everyone around you would be better off without you. And I'm sure many of you have thought that at some point in your life already. And are you so sure that you wouldn't have called up the friendly Trudeau government and had them give you a hand just at that point?
I don't think either of us want to be political people.
It's just politics and general media have kind of combined.
Yeah.
Because it's like watching a show at this point.
No, it is like watching a show.
Which is why we're interested. If you get men like this, interesting, chaotic people like this, you can't help but watch.
Yeah. I never wanted to talk about politics on this channel. And my first video was...
You got no teeth.
Yep.
Is this politics? So we're talking about Jordan becoming a bit like an old man now. And I feel like he does look quite frail.
Yeah, he does.
Like there's this photo of him going like this.
Yeah.
He's also looking like a supervillain. I don't know who's...
It's this.
Yeah,
Giving this.
No, it's this.
It's
We'll see who cancels who.
We'll see who cancels who, you sons of bitches.
It's giving...
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
I should tell you about my suit first. Maybe
He's
you
so
care
proud.
about that. Maybe you don't. The first thing you need to know is these are tiny Elon Musk heads. And
I don't know, there's something so cringe about literally making Twitter your entire personality.
Yeah.
This is... Oh, and it's matching shoes as well. The supervillain that he's playing is like...
The Twitter man. Ooh, I'm the Twitter man.
Instead of question mark...
Yeah.
Birds. Yeah.
I wanted them to make me some suits, one for each of the rules from 12 Rules for Life.
Without context.
And,
Wait,
they sent
one
a little
suit for
deck
each
of-
rule.
Wait, what?
One suit for each rule.
So you've got 12 suits?
One suit for stroking a cat. Are you serious?
Yeah, what's that going to be?
So I got a special suit for the rule of life, the stroking cat rule of life. I'm dressed as a furry.
Extremely hard and extremely creatively to make me these crazy suits, and so it's been kind of fun to wear them. I actually, turns out I like this. I didn't think I would necessarily, this kind of powder blue.
That's probably
beige,
so
but
smelly. He's probably
seems to
worn
be
it
real
50
nice.
times.
So
The white has gone yellow. Wait, what's this?
No, but it is quite sad. Like, you know, Jordan Peterson, he helps like men who need very, very basic self-help stuff. But also, he hasn't done that for years.
Also, does he really do anything with that? Let's be honest.
I think he did back in the day. Like, like 12 Rules for Life is like very basic, but I think it does help some people.
You want to get your fear behind you, pushing you. And so what you want to be is more afraid of not pursuing your goals than you are of pursuing them.
It was also an insistence that all of a sudden this non-athletic body type is as beautiful as the standard swimsuit model for Sports Illustrated. And it's not. It's not as athletic, and it's not as healthy, and that's that. No, not everyone's young and healthy. And no, not everyone is a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, period. And fuck you if you don't like it.
It's the little Kermit voice. It's the crying all the time. It's the rambling. Like, he'll go on Joe Rogan and just like talk to himself.
With
for
no
4 hours.
No rhyme or reason. It actually makes no sense, but he tricks people.
I think that's what the problem is. You put this one man on a pedestal to a point where he can talk to himself like a crazy person for 4 hours and get paid like millions for it.
It's like watching a freak show.
There's a clip of him on Joe Rogan going, surgeon, vampire, werewolf.
5 categories of men: vampire, werewolf, pirate, surgeon, billionaire.
Vampire, that's a good one. Werewolf, billionaire, pirate, and surgeon.
Pirate, surgeon, billionaire, vampire, and pilot. Oh no, not pilot, werewolf. Werewolf was the 5th one.
I wonder what the everyday for Jordan Peterson is.
He wakes up, he does this. He puts his feet in the slippers and his feet go like this.
And he goes,
and then he goes,
waifu, make me lunch.
Because he wakes up at 12. Yeah.
He's popping pills.
And he doesn't make his bed. You know, he wakes up, has a pepperoni.
So Herbie, where can people find you?
This seat right here.
Herbie, how do you solve Jordan Peterson?
Well, I think he just needs love and attention, and that will steer him in the right way. This info card up here, that's my channel.
It's actually the other side.
Here.
Can you do that again?
Here is the info card for my channel. Click.
No, do it again.
This is me.
Wait, no, do it again.
Click me.
Can you do it again, quick?
Here I am.
No, it's that corner.
This one?
Yep.
Here I am.
What the hell are we going to do without men?
Herbie, everyone, isn't he amazing? Herbie's a little golden nugget of content that nobody really knows about yet. He's really funny, and he happens to be my best friend, so it's a legal requirement for you to go check him out. I've even appeared in some of his videos, and we even have a whole channel together, so... Anyway, okay, back on topic. How do I end this video? Okay. Jordan mostly appeals to, lonely incels who crave the touch of a loving partner, and girl, honestly, relatable. But that's just what made Jordan popular. Being a self-help man. But now, when was the last time this man actually helped someone? Probably way back in 2017. Is manically screaming about Elliot Page helping the youth? No, it's not no. Jordan, in the now famous Channel 4 interview from his pop-off era in 2017, he once said,
In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive.
okay, maybe that's reasonable, okay. Maybe in order to question some things, you have to, lightly push back against some certain ideas, in order to create some nuance. But I think we're past this point, Jordan. Risking being offensive is out the fucking window. Does this look like a man who's lightly pushing back against ideas?
I was recently in Albania. Go to Albania, you despicable neo-communist moralizers, and see if you dare to continue your propagandizing and self-aggrandizement. So ashamed of her breasts that she lets a Machiavellian psychopath cut them off.
No, this is a man consumed by his own narcissism. He's posting minions on Twitter. And the whole point of this video is to ask, how could something like this happen? Okay, hear me out. Jordan, he's a simple man. And to be honest, he really needs to talk to his inner child. Because you know what I see when I see Jordan Peterson? I see a boy who's obsessed with talking about dragons and Pinocchio and fairy tales.
The dragon is this terrible thing. It's this terrible predatory thing that lives forever and is very, very wise. And it lives underground, and it'll kill you. It'll burn you up in a second. But it hoards gold. And so you have to go there into the dragon's lair if you're going to get the gold. Okay, so what happens is Pinocchio ends up not only at the bottom of the ocean, but he has to go to the deepest part of the bottom of the ocean where the most terrible thing rests. So now you might ask, how did Geppetto get in the whale? And the answer to that is it's never really made that clear in the movie. He teaches him to smoke first. That doesn't go very well. So Pinocchio takes a huge drag on a cigar.
Here's how someone like Jordan's career usually plays out. He's a smart man. He's written some self-help books. Some men out there feel really motivated by him. And obviously, you know, he has a drive to want to help people. And he has a very distinct method of drawing you in. You watch a lecture of him and he starts with something like very broad that everyone can appeal to.
Governs hunger, for example. So if you're hungry, you posit the existence of something that will satiate your appetite, a peanut butter sandwich, and then you're happy when you're moving towards the kitchen.
Yes, I feel hunger. Yeah, I can make my life better, yes. I feel the hunger. I want the peanut butter sandwich.
The dragon hoards treasure everywhere. The dragon is an amalgam of predatory stimuli and fire, which is a destructive force. Dragon is something like predatory destructive entity. And you might say, well, is that real? It's like, well, yeah, but it's a meta category. It's like there are lions and raptor.
Okay, Jordan, this is getting a bit crazy now. What are you talking about? See, Jordan, you're very good at motivation, but now you're just talking about a chaos dragon. What are you talking about, Jordan? And this diagram from your book just doesn't make any sense. But here's the other thing. Listening to Jordan Peterson makes people feel smart. Have you ever been in, say, a classroom or a lecture, and damn, you feel so smart for a second? God, you just love learning. You're really getting the groove right now. You're really connecting with what he's saying. And then the teacher pulls out this and starts talking about archetypes. But you keep nodding because you guess it makes sense. This isn't in the textbook, but okay, maybe I get it. No, I don't get it, but okay, maybe it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. This is what Jordan Peterson does. He's a professional talker. He talks and 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 talks. And even if the stuff that he's saying just sounds like nonsense, he'll keep going because everyone around him wants to feel smart by listening to him. The teacher from earlier who pulled out that weird diagram, imagine in that same class, he gets so confident that everyone understands him, he eventually starts talking about trans people. What? How did we get here? But he's looking at you. You have to keep nodding. He's the teacher. Just take notes. Yeah. Trans people. Yeah. Oh, now because of you nodding, the teacher has now become so big-headed, he has signed on to the Daily Wire. So now, because of his academic status, Jordan Peterson is a victim of his own echo chamber. Going on a podcast and basically just talking to yourself the whole time. Everything he says is correct. How can he possibly be wrong? Because so many people, look up to him. How can he be wrong? This is now where the memes come in.
The reason that white people are inferior is because they don't have enough melanin in their skin. I just don't see what the hell's racist about dressing up like a Mexican. Mexicans have a...
Now that Jordan has shown such insane behaviour and rightly been made fun of for that, we start to see the man behind the intellect. The man schizo posting about cathedrals in his water bottle. This all being said, I feel like it's a very easy excuse to pass this all off as the ramblings of an insane person. Because no, this is just bigotry. This is what transphobic bigotry does to your brain. I feel like if modern day Jordan Peterson met 2017 Jordan Peterson, they'd have a very lengthy conversation and there would probably be some, some tears. Or now, if Jordan does in fact lose his psychologist license, he loses his status as an intellectual. He just becomes, an ordinary citizen. No longer Dr. Peterson, he's Uncle Jordan in the town square, raving about the rats, and the rat goes like this, and the rat goes like this.
The rats are all like this. The rat goes like this. So the rat's like this.
And the rat goes like this.
The normal rat is like this. That's the normal rat. Like this.
And the rat goes like this.
sniffs. It's like this for quite a while. He's like this. And then maybe he sniffs. Is this? The rats are all like this. The rat goes like this. So the rat's like this. It's like this for quite a while. It's like this. Then he sniffs. You are now a normal rat. Is this? The rat's all like this. The rat goes like this. So the rat's like this.